or southern hemisphere. And the reason that's a myth is that there are water jets, not real jets, but there are design things with the way toilets are made that mess things up. And so you could be in the northern hemisphere and actually see the water go clockwise and vice versa in the southern hemisphere. So the equator, of course, separates the hemispheres of the Earth between north and south. And what we find if we do an experiment, as they did in this video with a kiddie pool, and it was so cool how they used food coloring to actually show the direction of the squirrel, and they controlled conditions to try to make it perfectly still. They let it, be still for hours and hours. They found that in the southern hemisphere, the direction of the swirl was clockwise, and vice versa. In the northern hemisphere, it was counterclockwise. That's the direction that storms move. So let me see if I can explain this the way that they did. This is Antarctica. I know that's a wonderful Antarctica, and that's the southern, the South Pole. And they talked about if you have 2 points and you have these things turning, the point that's here that's closer to the pole is actually going to move slower than the point that's out here. And so if you have a storm, that is what is going to end up causing the direction of the swirl because because of latitude. The spot that is further from the pole is going to actually move a little bit faster than this point. So that's the reason why in the southern hemisphere we have storms turning clockwise, and in the northern hemisphere we have them turning counterclockwise. So we also had our wonderful organizer for today, Pam, doing her visual notes, and whether you do this with paper and pencil or crayons or end up using an iPad, visual notes are a great way to get students to talk about their learning and explain their understanding.